Toxic levels of lead have been found in the water supply at Sacramento State. Good evening, I'm Sam Shane, and today many students found out just how much lead is in the water there. And Christina is at Touchscreen 13 with just how toxic the levels are. Christina?
Hey, let's talk this one through, Sam. We want to break it down for you. Now, obviously, the overall goal here is to not have any lead in the water, but different agencies have different regulations for what exactly is acceptable when it comes to lead levels there in water. Now, the California Public Health allows concentration of up to 0.2 micrograms per liter. So you're going to see back here behind me exactly the way that they break this down here. The FDA allows up to 5 micrograms per liter, and the EPA takes action on lead levels at 15 micrograms per liter. So let's look at what now this study uncovered for us. 84% of the 450 sinks and fountains that were tested at Sacramento State had lead concentrations above California's public health standards. 19% had concentrations above the FDA tolerance levels, and 6% of those levels were above the EPA's action level standards. Now, the scariest part in all of this for many is that there's really no signs or symptoms, anything that can show you that you've ingested this lead. Unless you're ingesting dangerously high levels of lead out there, then you might see some kind of difference. So what steps can you take to protect yourself from lead poisoning? CBS 13's Angela Masalam sat down with a doctor at Sacramento State to get some answers for us. Angela?
Yeah, well, Sam, Christina, Sutter Hall right behind me is one of several buildings around Sac State where the water contains higher levels of lead. That's according to university officials. Now, the good news, lead cannot be absorbed by the skin, but ingesting it through water has university staff and students very alarmed.
We get concerned when that level is above 10 micrograms per deciliter.
Dozens of students and university staff now seeking answers after finding out they could have been drinking water contaminated with lead.
I fill up a 32-ounce bottle usually twice a day for a whole work day.
Haley Myers-Dillon is a nursing mom. She says her main source of water comes from the university.
It makes me think about my pregnancy and now.
Say like 5 to 6 times I fill up my bottle throughout the day.
Hydration is key for Sac State football players Marcus Bruce and his teammate Darian.
These were the water fountains that I was drinking from. I'm seeing them like now taped off and having caution signs, and I'm, kind of freaked out.
So we asked Sacramento County's public health officer, what can students and university staff do to protect themselves from ingesting lead?
Using a filter, making sure that they run the water for at least 30 seconds before they use it, and then also making sure that they use the cold water, especially if they're going to use it for cooking or drinking.
And because people don't show obvious symptoms when lead is affecting them, Dr. Kasiri is urging students and university staff to get a blood test. She says pregnant moms and children under 5 are the most susceptible to lead poisoning with terrible results.
Behavioral issues or ADHD, or can end up with lower IQ.
A wake-up call for this nursing mom.
So I'm going to get my blood tested, and I'll take my son in also.
And right now, there's no regulation for colleges or universities to test their water. Administrators here at Sac State say they're now looking into changing all of that.
All right, Angela Masalam live at Sac State for us. Angela, thank you. Breaking